Hi everyone, welcome to this Q&A with our talented director, Max Isaacson. I'm JARED MOSHE. I will be asking the questions and I will be opening it up to the audience. So I'm going to start with the first question about, you described this movie to me as an anti-colonial Western. What the hell is an anti-colonial Western?
Sure. Yeah. What is an anti-colonial Western? We wanted to make a movie that was sort of the end game of American kind of violence and colonialism through the country, right? The trope of the Western, and I guess the truth of Western push in America, is one in which white men with guns came and kind of trampled their way through the entire country and took everything over. And established a culture of violence, a culture of control, an idea of taming savage lands, according to them, and then cemented themselves, right? And so we wanted to make something that said, all right, what is a product of that, and what is an answer to that, which is a world of guns and violence, but also a world in which the people that they have oppressed now hate them, right? Calvin Whitney is a product of that power structure, and El Apache is quite clearly an answer to that, which is to say somebody who wants to fucking destroy it. And so we wanted to say, look, it's not about pushing out and trying to tame the world. It's about what the world has to say to the people who took it over.
Applause for that one. So what made you want to shoot an anti-colonial Western in the lushest, greenest, rainiest place in the world?
A few things. First off, we did that to Hawaii not long ago. Almost everyone in this room, your parents were probably alive when it happened, right? We took over Hawaii. We showed up with fucking battleships, and we're like, ours. And the king of Hawaii was like, why? And we were like, guns. And he was like, no. And so we did it, right? We pushed that far west. It was as far west as we could conquer and pull into the country. And so it really was that same frontier. As much as we think of like deserts and steppes and dry land, we did it to this beautiful paradise. Also, not for nothing, Hawaii has 150 years of cowboy culture. They've got the biggest private cattle ranch in the country. They have cowboys out there cowboying their asses off to this day. And it's an amazing place. Like, there are rodeos. There's a whole kit and caboodle. So we showed up and scouted, and we're looking around, and we're like, this place is chock full of cowboys. I think this might work. And so it fit for us from a production perspective, but it also fit metaphorically very well.
Did you film in the that sort of cattle country area of Hawaii?
Well, we didn't. So the towns we shot in Hilo, Hawaii, and in Pahoa, Hawaii. Pahoa is a cowboy town. It's a one road cowboy town. You got the saloon doors, you got the whole kit and caboodle, the kind of raised walkways, all that, But real cowboy country is kind of the northern side of the island, which is where cattle can graze, obviously. We shot in a rainforest. We shot in the rainiest city in America. So smart. But there is some of that culture there, but they weren't actually fully cowboying down there.
Was the rain part of your aesthetic look originally when you were sort of envisioning this project, or did that sort of get, once you discovered, all right, we're shooting here, so I have to immerse it?
No, that wasn't part of the plan at all. When we got to the Big Island, we started on the dry side, kind of worked our way north, and kind of came down. And as we were coming down to look around and do some scouting, they were like, oh, it's a little rainy down there. And we're like, all right, whatever. And I was like, oh, this is beautiful. While we were scouting, bone dry, beautiful, amazing. And I was like, this is great, we should shoot here all the time, I should move here. We started shooting, and it was like, what if it just pissed rain forever? And so yeah, unexpected, but beautiful, right? Like, it was such a wonderful thing to lean into, to be like, well, every nighttime shot looks fucking crazy, and it looks so fun. So very happy to have it, but we had to do some pivoting.
Was it muddy?
Yeah. I think my producers are probably having like PTSD moments right now, but I'd say our worst day was day 4. Overnight at an academia farm, we got like 5 inches of rain, which is the equivalent of 5 feet of snowfall in 12 hours. We had the worst lunch of our lives. It was pretty bad. And you know, when we were on a hill, it was that scene, you know, Sam Mayo meeting outside the sign, you know, are you ready? You know, Sam calling Calvin Whitney, I don't get leather to shit. And we were like 6 inches deep in the mud the whole time on this macadamia farm, trudging around on a hill, doing like bicycling, driving shots, shooting outside in the rain. You know, it's a testament to modern technology that like you don't have to hook up to a generator anymore. We all would have died.
Did you show up on the macadamia farm?
We did 1 day on that macadamia farm and we never came back. They were super nice and the farm is beautiful, but holy shit, kill me if I ever had to go back there. It's just so wet and muddy.
I guess if it's that wet and muddy, how weak is Hobbs that he can't dig a grave?
Alright, I'm gonna say this right now, because this is important for like life. Have any of you ever dug a grave? He gets it. It fucking sucks. A shovel is not enough. Get a pickaxe, get a San Angelo bar, maybe get a jackhammer, but digging a grave with just a shovel is not possible. I've had to dig a grave. I'm not telling you why, I'm not telling you when, but it cannot be done in a day with a shovel. Saving Private Ryan is bullshit. I don't buy it. It's just so hard. And also where he was digging, poor Arjun, our actor, such a nice man, is that whole location was like entirely volcanic rock, so he was literally digging into volcanic rock. I'm like, sure man, whatever. Yeah, so don't try and dig a grave with a shovel. I guess is the takeaway.
Did you ever consider trying to put some of the volcanic activity into this world? Like shoot some volcanoes?
Yeah. Oh yeah. While we were shooting, the volcano erupted. And although no lava on the streets, thank God, I was like, hey, be tight. I brought Ella to the volcano. And then, like, you realize very quickly, you're not allowed to go near the lava. They don't let you do that. So it was like, we could have gone up to the park where the eruption was happening and like, there's Ella on her bike, and like 3 miles away is that little speck of red. So no, it wouldn't make it in, and probably would have like broken some federal laws in the doing, but it would have been cool if there'd been lava on the streets, right?
But it interfered with the rain. It would have interfered with the rain look.
I honestly think that probably, almost guaranteed, it rained on that lava like actively, and neither were affected in any way, shape, or form. Like, the sheer amount of rain and the sheer amount of lava is like, whatever.
You mentioned like the color red, and I wanted to ask about the colors, because it's a very vibrant color palette you're working with here. From the, just red reflections on people's faces and the lighting, even the green in the opening, to the entire laser tag sequence. How did you sort of come up with that?
So, Chris, the cinematographer, and I talked a lot about kind of vibrance of color and life and the importance of kind of what that means, but we also talked a lot about kind of vibrant color and the ways in which it is about death and kind of loss. We talked a lot about like Herzog's vision of the jungle, of this like living, teeming, awful place that just wants to like annihilate you. And we wanted to make it feel like that existed in our modern structures, that this was a teeming, vibrant place that wanted to destroy you, that felt overwhelming, that felt kind of crushingly colorful. And so it became about like how saturated can we make certain things, And obviously helo helps, right? All the streetlights are bright, phosphorescent yellow. They're full of color. Nothing is broadly tungsten. And so we were able to make this kind of oppressed feeling happen with color, which was really lovely.